Test. Hello. Can you hear me? Actually, do the usual. Type 1 if you can hear me, and we'll get this started. Beautiful. Thank you, Ben. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another Red Sea live stream. My name is Corbin, and thank you very much for clicking on this one, folks. What's going on there at Fenway Park, huh? We have 5 in a row. 5 in a row at Fenway. Who do we got in the house tonight, huh? We got Jorge. How are you, my friend? Money Mike. The madness is here. Beast, how you doing? Dennis, Jeremy, Dwight. My fiance is in the building. I'm going to say hi to my fiance. Ricky, how are you? Christopher, yes, 5 in a row. Boston Sports, what's going on? Assuming, how you doing? Carrie, what's up? Christopher, Band. I'm sure I already said hi to you guys. I'm just going to keep saying it because I'm excited. Christian, what's going on? Feels good. I feel like the vibes coming into this live stream much different coming into last live stream. Much different, but that's a baseball season, you know. For the first time this year, the Red Sox are actually showing something like, all right, yeah, but, you know, maybe there is actually some fight left in them. I am nervous about tonight. What's up, Lone? Conley Early, prone to the home runs recently. The Nationals, very good at hitting home runs against lefties. We'll see kind of how that goes, but how many games are they out of the playoffs? I honestly haven't even looked, dude. I'll be honest with you guys. Can I say something quick? I'm more so when I say they're giving me something, I'm not looking at playoffs yet. I'm not. Like, to be honest with you, I'm not worrying about playoffs until with this specific team, right? With this specific team, like they get within, I don't know, 7 games of 500. Then we could start looking at playoffs a little bit. But even then, you're still 5 games under, right? Like, as fun as this has been, you need to do it over a prolonged period of time for me personally. I think at this point, right? Like a good 5-game stretch is, you know, it's great. It's fun to watch, and I'm finally enjoying. Like, I'm actually nervous for tonight's game. I'm hoping they don't lose the win streak, right? And it's been fun to watch. But I'm not sitting here thinking, okay, like Mike is already taking his victory lap, right? I don't know if it's time to take a victory lap about, hey, I was right. The Red Sox are going to turn it around, right? I don't know. Like I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting here, but I'm enjoying the hell out of myself. I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying these games. This is the most complete this team has looked this entire season. Offensively, defensively, and pitching. For the first time, really, this entire year, have come together for a stretch here, huh? And it feels kind of good, doesn't it? Like, all right. Like, yeah, hey, this ain't too bad. This ain't too bad. If we can keep within 3 games of the wild card, and then we get Roman and Crochet back, how do I feel? I feel good. There, I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Let me put it this way: if you get to the end of July and you're like 2 games back of a wild card spot, and Roman and Crochet are coming, you're not buying, right? I still don't think you should buy at the deadline. You might even sell a little bit, right? If you get Crochet back, you still sell Gray and still have a really good rotation, probably. But if you get there and you're, let's say, I don't know, 4 games under 500 and 2 games back of a playoff spot, yeah, I think I'm starting to believe in this team again. You know what I mean? But you know what the problem is and I said this in the video, right? My dumb Red Sox brain, and it's all of our dumb Red Sox brains. We sit there and we go, oh, they just won 5 in a row. Exactly. Stat coming in. They're making the playoffs, right? Their odds from the playoffs in the last 5 days have gone from 10% to 20%. I will say that. Does Gray want out of Boston? No. Gray wants to be here, but he's going to be, if the Red Sox sell, he's going to be the, outside of Skubal, obviously, the starter on the market. So that's kind of why I said Gray, because especially, again, if you get Crochet back, that's sort of where I'm sitting there with it. Siegler, I might make a solo video on Siegler, dude. I am loving Anthony Siegler. He legitimately like looks like a spark plug, dude. He's such a like a upbeat personality. Such a fun guy to watch at the dish. Like he's just a fun player to watch. He's good defensively too, by the way. I think that's kind of going underrated because he's been doing it with the bat. He looks good defensively too. Like, I don't know, man. Like Monasterio might be kind of the afterthought in this trade by the end of the year, I think, maybe. Especially with how Durbin's playing too. Best time to get hot is right after the All-Star break and hope it carries over the second half. Yeah. So you kind of gotta, in my opinion, keep this momentum into the All-Star break, right? I think if you like, you're gonna have to do the problem is for me personally to start believing, you're gonna have to do some like, yeah, we did band. For me personally, it's gonna take a lot of winning, right? And it's not even like a personal thing. Statistically, it's going to take a lot of winning for the Red Sox to even remotely get back into this to the point where we're like, okay, interesting. But you know, and other people have said this too, and I'm going to say this once, then we're going to move on, because again, I don't know that this is even possible. If the Red Sox make the playoffs, they're going to be an interesting team to watch. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm just going to say it once and we're going to let it go there. Because I'm not going to say anything. Duran, I use Premiere Pro. Like, I use Adobe Suite for everything. There are definitely cheaper options out there, though. DaVinci, I think, is free. The pitching staff in the playoffs is what I'm pointing at. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm pointing at. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? You bring this rotation specifically into the playoffs. In a 3-game set, it's probably Gray, Suarez, Tolley. I don't know, dude. How long does it take? What, to build up a channel? Well, I've been doing this for 4 years, Duran. This rotation can win you just about any game. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, dude, you can. I'm gonna say it once more. I will say it once, and we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Oh, edit. Depends on the video, Duran. If it's like a breaking news video, I try to keep it as minimally edited as possible. I just sort of want my raw thoughts out there. What's up, George? But like a day-to-day video where, you know, you write a script, you find the information, all the information you need, all the statistics you need, edit it, make a thumbnail, title, description, probably about 3.5 hours. Yeah, Tehran also fantastic. Yeah. I don't know. You can't really say he's going to be the future closer. He's 35 years old, right? So he's probably not going to ever be like the all-star closer for the Red Sox in the future, but you never know. And again, we'll see. I'm not saying anything. I refuse to talk positive about this team because I talked positive about this team once, and it's like they don't win for like 6 weeks. So I'm refusing to be positive about the Reds. I can't let myself get into that mindset of what if, right? But it's creeped back in. They win tonight. It's gonna be. I'm getting dangerous thoughts. Does Bay overpitch for the Red Sox again? Yeah, I think he does at some point. I think, again, we saw this year that the talent is there. It's a mental thing. And if you can get over the mental thing, I think you can. There we go. 1 out. Beautiful. Every time I unsubscribe from Nesson, good things happen. That's all I'm going to say. Christopher, if you subscribe to Nesson one more time this season, you're banned from this channel. That is a threat I'm willing to make. This team is supposed to play like this. I know, but still. Still, I get it. This is how this team was supposed to operate. We've been waiting for him to play like this all year. I get it. I can't. What up, Alistair? I don't know. Like, I can't. I just, like, you're still 10 games under 500 or 9 games under 500, right? It's not like if you were like last year, right? I think you were 6 games under 500, and then you won 10 games in a row. Then you sit there and you're like, okay, yeah, no, right? This is very clearly going to be a good team. $2 super chat from a lone dissenter. There we go. Thank you so much. No message there. Just want to show some love. I appreciate it. Can we make sure we get some likes in the chat there? Thank you. Right. That's what I mean, Christopher. Right. And so a 10-game win streak when you're 6 games under is so much different than 14 games under winning 6 games in a row, right? Or 15 games. You were 15 games under when you started that win streak, right? No, 15. 14. Because you won 5, you're 37, 36, yeah. What a baby early. 2 quick outs. The league sucks this year. No, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Jeremy. I understand. It's all in the context of the league, but I don't know. I like for me personally, it's almost like I totally understand what you're saying, and every part of me wants to do that. I just like my realistic part of my brain is like I can't do that to myself. I just can't do that. But this team is showing right now that they're capable of doing what they're meant to do, and this AI sucks. Oh, AL sucks. We're in the same spot of the league wild card wise we were during our streak last year. Yeah, true. And again, I understand all of this. I'll understand all of this. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't even say 500 because of how the AL is. Like, what is third place in wild card right now? Where's my phone? There it is. Would I take a winning streak if it means getting Breslow back? You know what? At the ultimate end of the day, I don't cheer for the GMs. I cheer for the players on the field. So, yes, I would take the winning streak. If it meant the Red Sox, the team wins, yes. So third place in wild card is 500. Yes. So the answer is get to 500 and then have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like we could say, 4.5 out, 4.5 out, 4.5 out. Get to 500 and let's figure this out. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same ballpark, Swoosh. Like get into a playoff spot and then we'll have a conversation, I think. What is Batman your favorite? Yeah, Batman is my favorite. Just like general superhero, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to do that, George. I can never root for Breslow. I'm not saying I'm rooting for Breslow. I'm saying I'm rooting for the Red Sox, right? And so like I'm always gonna root for the Red Sox to win, whether that means good or bad for Breslow. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, I just can't care enough about the front office to the point where I care more about the team, right? I will never root for this team to lose or not go on a win streak or not make the playoffs because of a front office executive. I think we're still selling at this point? Yeah, you still sell, I think. Any hot news? No. I think right now you could enjoy the games? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are we back? I wouldn't say back, no. Do umps get in trouble for being soft? Unfortunately, no. They should, but no. There was no repercussions. I understand what you're saying, E, but you asked the question, would I rather the Red Sox win or would I rather Breslow get fired? The answer is always... Is that going to be out of the baseline? What just happened? What's up, Anthony? What's new with the Sox? They've won 6 games in a row, Anthony, and swept the New York Yankees. If we win 5 out of the next 6, are we back? Again, guys, I'm not considering the Red Sox fully back until they're in a playoff spot. That's ridiculous, Flip. No, Jennifer, I didn't get the chance to watch. I'm in denial of what? This team? Maybe. If look, I'd rather look. Like at this point in the year, because of how bad the season's been, I'd rather be in denial until I'm wrong, than get my hopes up again until I'm proven wrong. Does that make sense? There we go. Good inning, Conley. Roman Anthony news? There is no Roman Anthony news. He's still getting back. Our starting pitching has been so good. I wish our offense would be more consistent. True. You always believe the Sox will do good. It's not that I'm not like again, I'm rooting for the Red Sox to turn it around. Of course I am. Is Costas ever going to play? I genuinely don't know. I don't know, Ricky. I thought they were going to, honestly, too, but how much longer do I think until Roman returns? I'd give it like a 5. I don't know. Sorry, not 5. Couple. I would say if we don't hear anything in like 2 weeks, I'm going to start to get really concerned that there's a surgery coming. It's only a 5-game win streak. Yeah. Again, I think. Do I live in Mass? Yeah. Here's where I'm at with it. I'm enjoying. I'm just like at this point with the Red Sox, I'm along for the ride. Does that make sense? Like my expectations of playoffs have been gone for weeks, so I'm just along for the ride. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna enjoy good baseball. If they keep playing good baseball, well then we'll see. But like again, that's my expectation right now. Play good baseball. You think they should trade Bale and Campbell? For what? Better season than Bregman's 2025 season? Yeah. Did I do a video today about Crochet? Yes, I did. Call me crazy, but I would take my time bringing Roman back. Yeah, no, they very clearly aren't rushing him into the lineup. Diehard Sox fan, win or lose. Yeah, at the end of the day, yes, exactly. I'm just enjoying it, you know? I don't know. I think it's the only way to really think about it. Yeah, but again, I understand what you're saying, and I get the point of view. I can't get myself to root for the Red Sox losing. I had some lotion on my face. I was like, what was that? I don't know, Rice. I don't know. Like, I still think if the trade deadline was tomorrow, despite this win streak, you're selling. Yeah, there's none, Christopher. Slow. That's literally not even remotely what happened. That's such a ridiculous understatement of what's wrong with Roman Anthony. It's unbelievable. There we go, Siegler. That's gonna be a double. There we go. Dude, I'm loving this dude. I'm loving Anthony Siegler. That's what the radio was preaching this morning. Well, the radio is wildly undervaluing his injury and genuinely don't know what they're talking about. That's the only way I could describe that. If there's a rain delay, will I keep streaming tonight's game until the end? Yeah. I mean, if it's like a 30, 40 minute rain delay, probably. If it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours now, I probably won't finish the entire game. Surprisingly, it was WEI. Again, I'll be honest with you. I think some of those, and not totally to their fault. I think a lot of those WE guys have stopped watching these games or haven't been watching these games. You know? And so for them, like maybe they just aren't paying attention as much to Red Sox news. That is true, Spencer. Siegler was a first-round pick. Wasn't he picked as a catcher in the first round by the Yankees, right? The radio knows some stuff. I'm not saying they don't know anything. But when someone comes into my chat and says the radio is saying Roman Anthony hurt his pinky and he needs to rub some dirt on it, the only thing I could think is that they don't know what they're talking about. Because one, his pinky isn't the one that's injured. Two, it is very clearly not something you could just rub dirt on. They already tried that, and it set him back more. And again, that's something you say they don't know anything. Just join the Discord. Hell yeah, Jay. Enjoy it. There's a lot of good people on there. Better than Cello? I mean, right now he's hotter, yeah. We'll see what in the long run it looks like. Yeah, Siegler. Wasn't Siegler drafted as a catcher, chat? It isn't, Christopher. Rafael is a legitimate star, and no one wants to talk about it. Siegler's Native American. How many Native American baseball players are there? Is he the only one in the majors right now? Get a ball in the air, will you? I think there is a big disconnect between owners and fans. I think there's always, I think since 2019 there's been a disconnect. Yeah, Siegler may have earned a spot there. Everyone gives up on players so quickly. It's crazy, dude. It really is. And we're talking like in the same breath that everyone's saying I'm done with Meyer. I'm done with him. We're talking about Cedon having an all-star season when it took Cedon 3 years to get accustomed to Major League Baseball. Does Sonny Gray stay in the Red Sox the entire year? I don't know. I don't have an answer, honestly. It depends on what they do in the next 3 weeks. Why would you sell? Because there's still a realistic chance this team doesn't make the postseason. In fact, there's a pretty good chance this team doesn't make the postseason. I mean, statistically speaking, right, you would have to go, essentially, you'd have to win basically every series from here on out to have a good final season here. Safe. An error. We got ourselves a run. Atta baby Wilson. We've got a run in the first inning again. Dun, 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 dun. I need to find some uncopyrighted music to play when there's a like I need to find some music, non-copyright music to play when they score, because the ones at Fenway are so hyped. Dun, 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 dun. Wilson with a stolen base. Let's go. Wilson taking a bag. Hell yeah. Am I crazy, or has it been a rough flight back-to-back years that have woke this team up? So is the one heading out to... When was last year? Was it Minnesota or Seattle? It was Seattle, right? And then Roman hit his first big league home run that series. Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, I suppose so. It was Minnesota. I thought it was Seattle where Roman hit his first home run. It was Minnesota. Why, if you played someone's music, they would find out. If I play someone's music, YouTube alerts them, and then they could take all the money I earn on the video. It was Seattle. I can't remember. I'm looking it up. Red Sox Turbulence Flight 2025. Yeah, from Boston to Minneapolis was diverted to Detroit. So it was Minneapolis. Was that was the start? I don't think that was the start of their 10-game win streak, was it? Must have been. Only 4. Oh, I didn't know Ryan Helsley was one. John Gray, Brady House, and Anthony Siegler. Huh. For playing music that is so stupid. I don't think it's really stupid, Jeremy, honestly. Like someone spends time. It'd be like if you saw someone making it would be like if someone used my video and then didn't credit me or didn't do anything for me, right? And I spent 3 or 4 hours putting it together, marketing it, putting it out. They actually had a terrible loss in that Minnesota series. I don't even remember that Minnesota series, honestly. Selling means losing pitching that we need to be good. At a bat, we're a playoff team. I get that, X. But the problem is, again, you get to the deadline. Is it statistically realistic that you're going to be able to make the playoffs, right? Like if you were able to go and get close to, let's say, I don't know, let's say you're a playoff team by the deadline. Then it's a different conversation. But if you're 6 games out of a playoff spot, it's going to be tough. This quality sucks. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Try my best here. If you have any suggestions, that'd be cool. If you don't, well, then maybe there's another live stream you can watch. Hogdale does all of them too. Isn't there a Jared Carabas live stream tonight on Nesson? You watch that. I'll find a good copyright song or copyright free song that we can watch, or that we could play after runs scored. We'll figure it out. Who are we going to get by selling? I don't know. They haven't sold yet. Take it you're not a songwriter? No, I'm not a songwriter. What up, JV? Unfortunately, no. My repertoire does not include singing or songwriting. You sent me a song? Oh, yeah, the one a while ago that never worked, Mike. Conley having a good outing here would be fantastic. Check the Yankees score. It's 4-1. Haven't heard any rumors about who the Red Sox are going to get? No. If I would notice this, it's a weird way to get my attention, man. Believing a little. It's okay to believe a little. Some guy in here kept saying season isn't over a week ago. It was pissing me off. Yeah, where is that? Oh my God, John, I think it was. I recognize people by oh, that ball was stung. Week ago you were done. Listen, again, like I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying the wins and I want the Red Sox to keep winning. I don't know. I'm letting it play out. Is the moral of the conversation here? We're 4 games out right now at 10 games under 500. Yeah, dude. The problem is you're 10 games under 500, right? One of my regular. It was probably Mike then. A little, yeah, yeah. What is my prediction for this game? I don't know. Hope they win. Siegler, World Series MVP. I'm in, dude. That'd be so sick. Is Worcester or Portland playing tonight? Portland is. How'd we score? Siegler double. Sedan grounded out to second to push him over. Wilson scored on an error. Yeah, I'm just enjoy it. Just have some fun. We're having fun, chat. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. Colleen's about to strike out young here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? No, it was a ball. But caught him stealing. What? You safe? Wow, he was safe at second. I thought he was thrown out by a mile. Siegler just kind of missed the tag there, huh? Yeah, Siegler just kind of missed the throw there. Hope the ump gets talked to. I don't know if the ump's going to get... It was a good slide, that's true. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. See ya. Can you believe it? Nah, I mean, it's only the first inning, Jennifer. We won't panic about the amount of runs yet. I really thought he had got him there. Same, Jeremy. I was psyched. I was psyched up yesterday. That was the most psyched up I've been in a while watching Red Sox game. I'm hoping Contraras has another moment like that tonight and just stares down the umpire. Because the umpire's behind the dish tonight. Who rung him? That's the same guy behind the dish. Dalen Lyle. They have so many names in here that I don't recognize. Although this guy hasn't been great. But some of these names I don't recognize have been good this season for him. Nationals are getting some good offense. I think Tracy should have went off on the ump instead of being nonchalant. Yeah, I kind of do. But at the same point, like you can't force someone to like not have their personality. Does that make sense? Like Tracy isn't. I don't think one of those guys that's gonna get up in a face, unless it's like a horrible call. So I don't know. And also maybe he got out there and the ump had a better explanation. You know, maybe he was like, look, like I didn't want to throw him out, but he made the gesture. And from what I've seen online too, by the way, apparently tapping your helmet in like I don't think Contreras was doing it a mocking way. He was just like, dude, I don't think that was right. Apparently it's grounds for termination there every time. I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not listening to this on Sirius XM. Cars for Kids. Kars, Cars for Kids. Early Loki throwing a lot of pitches tonight, huh? 32? 32 and not out of the inning yet. It's a scam. What, Cars for Kids? What's up, Chris? How you doing? Welcome back. Mizorowski. I gotta see if I have any Mizorowski rookie cards. I definitely have some laying around. What year was he a rookie? Early has always had a bit of an issue, efficiency problem. Sometimes he's been pretty good. It's sort of. I mean. This is the early is having the definition of a rookie season, right? Like Toley's been such a freak. Early's having a very, very typical, just simply rookie season. You know, like this is. In fact, I would say even more than a rookie season. Like this is more than what you'd expect from a rookie, like pitching every day, basically. I don't know. What's up, Warrior? The Marlins are 45-40. What is going on there in Miami, dude? They got a good little offense, huh? The hell? That was a great slider. Didn't swing at it, but that was a great pitch. Yeah, Marlins low key. Like, do they have a wild card spot? They have to have a wild card spot, right? It's kind of cool seeing, like, for what it's worth, as much as I hate the fact that these teams refuse to spend and are trying to build it all themselves, it's kind of cool seeing them actually build it themselves. Like the Pirates this year aren't horrible. White Sox, yeah, that's a great point, Jorge, right? They spent a little bit on Murakami, but not a ton. Marlins, right? How many games is Contraras going to be suspended for? 0, I think. Leads more than a coincidence that Early and Bale had first inning issues. It's just a confidence thing. It could be. It could be, but again, I don't know, because early has some decent first innings. Like I don't know. Like Bayo is definitively a confidence thing, right? Bayo literally couldn't get through one. Early gets touched a bit, but it's nothing like insane. Like what's his ERA in the first inning? I know they just said it on Ness, and I already forget it. It's probably like a 4 or 5 something. Yeah, early so young. Again, this is it's a prototypical rookie season where like he's good and you know he's good, but there are certain things that he very clearly needs to develop, which makes sense. 4 or 5, yeah, like true. Yeah, in all fairness, the last couple of games have been a first inning home run. Preparation thing. Yes and no. I don't know. Like if like totally solid in the first inning. Gray was having struggles, but he figured it out. Early or Toley's been fine in the first inning. It's really just been kind of Conley and Bayo, and that's more of an individual thing than it's been like a team thing too much. There have been moments and stretches for sure. There we go. Make a clean throw. Beautiful. No runs allowed for Conley early. Beautiful. I need to grab. I think I did grab an early rookie card. Yeah, I think it's right there. I think it's right there. Oh, you guys can't even see it. I think it's up there though. Early was throwing low 80s. I wouldn't say low 80s. No, he was like low 90s, dude. He was like 89. And then he went up to like 94, 95 through the minors. Now he's down to what? What's he averaging on the fastball? Like a 93, 94-ish? Somewhere around there. Yeah, it could be. It could definitely be that, Chris. I mean, yeah, like to be fair, that's definitely a big reason, right? Like that's part of the mental thing with it, where these starters go out there and they're like, hey, like, hey, I have to be perfect from the get-go or my team's going to lose. And yeah, I think that's part of it. Could Breslow save his job this year? Thoughts from Ken? Who's Ken? Could he save his job this year? Yeah, it's possible. It's genuinely gonna take some luck, and it's gonna take some players playing beyond their capabilities for the rest of the year. Like, you know what I mean? At this point, which would I prefer, a relief pitcher or a bat? It has to be a bat, I think. I think that's the answer. Oh, Ken Rosenthal was saying that Breslow could save the season? Yeah. I don't know that they were heading an AC return, Austin. They just said Karab is saying the chances are more than zero that AC comes back. I did want to say Siegler real bad, Spencer. Would love to see Romy break out right here. That'd be so sick. Yeah, everyone plays their best when they're not thinking, you know. Season feels like 2015. Let the kids play, get more experience, make some runs start next year. Hopefully. But you need your kids to actually be playing. You know, you need your where'd you hear that, E? You need your Romans to be out there, your Marcellus to be out there learning, developing, getting better. Obviously totally and early out there. Durbin, you can put in that category. Man. How many rehab games did Romy get? 5? What's up, Ghost? It was what, 5? I think it was 5 rehab games, maybe less, 3. I would guess 3. What's up, Mark? I think it was 3. Why can I not remember off the top of my head? It was definitely at least 3. Dude, Caleb Durbin's dangerously close to a plus 700 OPS. He's 20 points off. Yeah, I knew he was like 2 for 14, but I don't really remember how many he actually got. Okay, so if he's 2 for 14, you got about 4 bats a game. Yeah. You get what, 3 or 4 rehab starts? I would imagine. I don't know that Caleb Durbin would win Player of the Month, dude. Jack Caglione is absolutely tearing it up right now. And Jordan still looks like an MVP candidate. As much as I love Durbin and how good he's been, I don't know that it's Player of the Month compared to those guys. What do I know? I mean, maybe they're doing it comparatively. They're like, dude, this guy comparatively to what he was, yikes, you know? And then, maybe. Whew. Okay. You're pretty sure they're going to sit Roman all year? I'm not. They're going to get him in, I think, a little bit. I don't think it'd be great for his development to sit all year. It's going to depend, right? That ligament is so unique. It just doesn't happen. Again, the tear that he had, the doctor that Alex Spear talked to had been working in the same field for 32 years, had never heard of it. It's just such a weird tear that it's going to take time. So it's really just a matter of when is he pain free? Or I shouldn't say pain free. I think he's going to be in pain for a while. When is he in enough pain? I don't know. What would be the right term of that? E likes to say he heard things and never tells us where he heard them. This isn't being talked about. Totally early, Jake. Our first year starts mean the Red Sox may watch their innings. Yeah, it's a big part of it for sure. Do they still trade Sonny because of that? It may factor into it a little bit, Ghost, but Patrick Sandoval's coming back. Crochet could be back at some point. Right. Uh, I still think you could find the innings if you need to. But you're right. That is something we need to monitor because you remember when Houck and Crawford were like dominant for like 150 innings, then fell off a cliff in the back of the season. What the hell were you swinging at, Narvaez? What's up, Lawson? How are you? Do you have a timeline in Oviedo? No. No, we don't. Well, Jeremy, you aren't one of the top players, one of the top prospects in the sport, to be fair. Will Sandoval ever pitch for the Red Sox? Yeah, I mean, he's coming back now. Yeah, how was in the All-Star game, and then he gave up that home run to Otani, and it was just down. It was downhill from there. Cutter was like dominant for like 3 months, and then he just started giving up home runs, like multiple home runs every game. Ended up leading the league in home runs by the end of the year. Revisit this at the end of the season. Care to make a friendly wager that Roman doesn't come back at all this year? Yeah, all right, we'll do a friendly wager. Unfortunately, I do think that one of Bennett or Early is going to get moved. And the only reason I say that is because it's going to be really hard and difficult for you to have a 5-man left-handed rotation. So I do think at some point they'll see one of Early or Bennett as an opportunity to flip for a young, controllable bat, which I don't hate. Right, I don't think it's a bad idea. It just sort of depends on who you're actually going for and who's actually making the deal. Sorry for the hunting, chat. Long day. We're here though, and the Red Sox is still winning 1-0. Gonna need more runs than that though off of K Cavalli. I'll say that. But it's early. It's the third inning. We've got time. Because they were selling hard. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I personally, I don't want to believe that the Red Sox are just sitting these guys and taking it super easy because they're not being competitive. In my opinion, too, if these were guys that were on 1-year deals, or they were, I don't know, bench guys, maybe they'd be pushing them a little bit harder. But so when do they buy? I would say if you're 500 by the deadline, you should be buying. But I don't think. It's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very hard for the Red Sox to get to 500 by the deadline. You've got a month, right? Which means 4-pack Treehouse IPA. That's be virtually shaking with you, E. I like that bet. Oh, this would be a tough play. Yeah. I know, Brent. I saw that. I kind of want to make a video about it, but I feel like we've talked about them trading Patrick Sandoval so many times. Did I hear about the Royals not wanting to pay their shortstop? You mean the one they gave like $300 million to? What are you talking about? Yeah, I think you hit the buy button if you get to 500 by the deadline because you'd have a miracle run if you got to 500 by the deadline. How many games are there until the deadline? Like 30 from today? What's up, Andrea? Sorry if I said that wrong. Don't forget we're playing our easy part of the schedule right now. That's true. I said it right? Nice. Is it Andre or Andrea? We have a 6-year window. Yeah, again, I understand that thinking. I just personally like. I said this earlier on stream, right? I'm always going to root for the Red Sox that are currently playing to win. There we go. That'll help. We'll double play ski here, huh? What's up, Jay? 28 games to deadline. All right, so let's say you win tonight, hypothetically, and you're 8 games under. To get to 8 games over, there's 28 games. 14-14 would be 500. 16-12 would be 4 over. 18-10. You'd have to go 18-10 until the deadline. I don't know why it took me that long to figure that out, but I did. I don't know, but it took me that long. Don't worry about it. 18-10 from here to the deadline to be 500. Starting right now. That's, I mean, it's tough, right? It's doable for sure. It's tough. If you're at 500 by the deadline, then I think you have a different conversation on your hand, especially if in between that time, you start to hear progression about Roman and Crochet. That, to me, is going to be the key. If you're the deadline and Crochet, let's say, still a month off, and like he said, Roman's out for the year, then, yeah, I think it's still probably selling regardless of the record, right? You need those guys if you're thinking about the postseason. You are. You have to. So it's a tough conversation. Being a realist, I don't even think that's openly pessimistic. I think it is going to be hard for them to get 18-10 because so far this season they haven't shown an ability to be 500 over a stretch like that. Period. Not even like 500. You know. So again, I understand what you're saying. And I don't disagree with you. Is my entire point. My point is at the end of the day, I can't sit here and say that the Red Sox are totally out of it until they're totally out of it. Even though I've said that on videos, you know, I don't know. There we go. I had a baby early. Do I think the expectations put on Roman and Crochet made them feel the need to rush the return? No. I think the competitor in them was probably the biggest part. You know, especially like Crochet is essentially the leader of this pitching staff. He's always going to be, right? On and off the field. So I think for him, it's like you're seeing the team struggle, and you know that this isn't a big thing, right? He said it from the beginning, and he wasn't wrong. Like we talked about in the video today, the pain he had with his injury was gone pretty quickly. It's you know what I mean? Like it's about the mechanics, and when he was trying to get back, he didn't realize that. I also think, you know, part of him was like, okay, the pain's gone. I want to help this team get back to winning as soon as humanly possible. I think Roman was the same way. You know, he got the cortisone shot. That was his choice to try and quickly get back from the injury. And it just didn't work. If I could only upgrade one position, what would it be? If I could only upgrade one, what would it be? Is it really bad for me to say Jaron Rand's position? Like, Williers doesn't need to be upgraded. Cedans doesn't need to be upgraded. Durbin's right now doesn't need to be upgraded. Although what I will say is, in ideal world, do you put Siegler at short? Sorry, Chad. I'm visualizing the diamond right now. Do you put Siegler at short, Durbin at second, and then get a third baseman? I don't know. Yeah, again, Chiro, you sound right. You figure out shortstop. That's what I'm saying, right? Is Siegler the guy at shortstop for the rest of the year? I don't know. Can't win 20 straight until you win your 6. Like, yeah, that, you know what? You're not wrong. Shortstop's going to be such a difficult thing to acquire, though, at a deadline. It's gonna be so difficult. Like shortstop's such a premier position, and batters and in general are gonna be very difficult to find. To find a controllable impact shortstop's gonna be tough. I'm going to the game tomorrow. You think they will win? I don't know, dude. I got out of the predicting game. Yeah, Durbin always had the potential to be a dog, dude. Those Italy jerseys are sick. Damn, I'm kind of mad I missed that. They'll have to spend money? No, because there's not even like free agent shortstops available really this offseason. Meyer's shortstop, right? Yeah, but Meyer, I think at this point has got to prove a lot of people that he can play and that he can stay healthy. And right now he's doing neither. If we were selling the deadline, is Sonny gone? Yes. Sonny is definitively. Sonny may be the highest player the Red Sox have. I know there's a ton of money attached to him, but if the Red Sox add the $10 million that they got from the Cardinals to him, I don't know. Who plays? I'm just going to assume there's a season warrior because the thought of no baseball season makes you want to die. Who will play shortstop? Again, I hope with everything that Meyer figures out a way to earn his spot on this team. But if it's not, I don't know. Really need a true DH. Actually, yeah, DH should be a. That's one I think is a good one. That was a good point there. DH, as much as Moss has been fun to watch as of late, I think getting a power bat for the DH spot, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. CJ Abrams. CJ Abrams is the worst defensive shortstop in Major League Baseball. I don't think, like, as much as his bat is fun to watch, people would hate him being here. You're gonna get less if you package him with Contraras or Duran. You sell Gray alone, dude. When Crochet's healthy, do you have the best starting pitcher lineup in baseball? It's probably up there. Story's under control for 2 more years. No, I think it's just next year, isn't it? 27, I think is the last year. And then there's like a team option, I think. There's no way they're picking that up. I think. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong there. Let me see, actually. I'm going to look. Yeah, it's a club option for 28, so it's next year. And then there's no chance. There's no chance that Trevor Story gets picked up by the Red Sox. There's no chance. No, 27 straight. 27 was if he picked up. So if he denied the 2026 player option, they would be able to get 28, I think. Or no, they'd be able to pick up 2027 and he would come back. But because he opted in, it's just straight 2027. Do you think we sell for prospects? Try to get some experience in the clubhouse because you don't need more youth. It's gonna be tough to find experience. I'll be honest with you. So I think you hope that you can kind of find a middle ground. Can you find a controllable piece that has experience in Major League Baseball? I think. Watch the World Cup heavy? Hell yeah. World Cup's, dude. The World Cup's been fun. I'm not a huge soccer guy. Even I'm enjoying it. Like I'm kind of excited for the USA game tomorrow. Like, it's nice to throw on during work because I have no vested interest in it. So I just like watching people care. Bobby Wood Jr. Yeah, okay. Man, dude, what is Cade Cavalli throwing tonight that's just tossing these guys around? Yeah, Chapman feels like a hey, you could probably figure out the bullpen. You know what I mean? You going to a watch party for the USA? That's sick. That sounds fun. Oh my God, dude. What the hell? What is Cade Cavalli throwing right now? This is ridiculous. We need more than one run tonight. I'm feeling it right now. Hopefully we can get in the Nationals bullpen. Is the Nationals bullpen good? I don't even know. Let's find out. Let's find out, chat. Select a split. Runners. Reliever. We'll go by ERA first. They have the fourth worst ERA. Bullpen-wise in baseball. We need to get to this bullpen, boys. Fourth highest whip. Yeah. We got to get to this bullpen, boys. Yeah. We gotta find a way to get into the Nationals bullpen. That's my thought for the day. Luis Arise, why? What is Luis Arise gonna do? Yankees are down 6-1. Are they about to lose 6 games in a row? Man, what is wrong with the Yankees right now? Is it just simply that they don't have any? But like they still have Bellinger and Rice and Goldschmidt having a career year. Like, what is going on? Am I missing something? He's one of the best hitters in the game. Yeah, he is, but you don't need like a pure contact hitter right now. You need thump if you're gonna get anybody. You know? Like if you're gonna get a bat, you need a bopper. I'll take strikeouts if it means homers for this team. Like you add another guy who's gonna hit, I don't know, 10, 15 home runs after the deadline. 10 or 15 would be crazy. 10 home runs after the deadline, it's a good spot. When do you think they'll bring Arias up from AA to AAA? I think it'll still be a little bit. Like the Red Sox like to give these guys time in AA, which makes sense. Yeah, there's not a ton going to be available at the deadline, Jeremy. They got to get creative, and I don't know how they do that if they're going to buy. I don't think they end up buying. Even Craig Breslow's words tonight were like, look, this is great, but like you got to figure out this guy's 33 years old managing a major league team. What is wrong with me? Yeah, I did see that, Dave. Yeah, I think they need a power bat. Straight for Torkelson. Why? Hasn't he been bad this year? Torkelson's had one good year in Major League Baseball. Arias needs to develop his bat, brother. I don't think there's much else to develop in AA for the bat. At this point, it's not really about development. It's about, okay, can the changes that we are seeing right now stay? That's really the answer. It's not so much about can he continue to develop and reach another level, because the level he's at right now, if that was Major League Baseball, he'd be a MVP candidate, right? You're looking for what you're looking for is Kenny, because he's never really played like 70, 80 games, you know? What does that look like over 70, 80 games? France still got Sweden today? That makes sense. Isn't France the number one? What do they do with Christian Campbell? I genuinely have no idea. Hope that another team says, hey, man, we still think he's got something left in the tank. I don't know how you – I don't know. I genuinely don't know how you – yeah, maybe the Brewers, maybe. I don't know. Nolan Gorman and Brandon Lau. Like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Where do you put Nolan Gorman or Brandon Lau? The DH spot? Maybe. Either Wong or Narvi. I don't hate that, actually. I don't know. I'm not even going to think about buying at the deadline yet. You're still... Wow, Chang. Oh, that was almost an incredible play. Would have been maybe one of the best plays of the year. Oh, if he had been a little bit more on target, I think they have him. I don't know. That would have been close, but it was pretty impressive. What does Arias have to do to get to AAA? Just show a larger sample size. That's literally it. The thing about AAA is it's not like the next level of minor league baseball. Does that make sense? Like AAA for top prospects like Arias and stuff is basically a pit stop. It's like I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. Like when you're waiting for a roller coaster. This is gonna sound crazy. There we go. Another double play. Let's go. Wow. Good defense from Chang. Holy hell, dude. Um, here's my best analogy for why Arias isn't in AAA yet. For a lot of prospects, for a majority of prospects, AAA is important because AAA allows you to face some major league pitching. It allows you to face some experienced guys, right? It allows you to do some things that you weren't able to do. For players like Franklin Arias, who are a top 10 prospect in Major League Baseball, for guys who, have this really high potential, AAA is more of like, let's say you're in line for a roller coaster. This is the best thing I could think of here. And it's a long line for the roller coaster, right? So you're in the line, and then there's a separate area where you're like kind of loaded into these like, I don't know what they're called, right? They're like metal railings here, and it's like 3 per, and you're basically just getting loaded up to be put on the roller coaster, but you're waiting for the roller coaster to come by. That's sort of AAA for these guys. Like once Roman Anthony got to AAA, it was like, okay, he's gonna get a month at the end of the season, and then we're calling him up 2 months into the year or whatever. He's gonna get 3 months total. And that's kind of what you're looking for out of Arias, right? If he's going to get called up to AAA, it's now when the countdown to Major League Baseball starts. My point in all of this is your question is why doesn't he get called? Why doesn't he get called up to AAA? Well, because it's more beneficial for a guy like Franklin Arias to stay in AA, where one, the balls are a lot harder to hit out of stadiums, and two, you're going to be facing the best quality of pitchers because AAA is mostly a stockpile of guys who aren't good enough to be in Major League Baseball, but could be in case something happens for a lot of teams. Double A is where you stash your high value, high target pitching prospects. So that's where he's going to be facing the most talent. So you're going to keep him down there for a while, right? You're going to let him continue to face the more elite pitching. You're going to see what his sample size looks like over 40, 50, 60 games before you bring him up. Would Double A help Christian Campbell? No, because what Christian Campbell's going through right now is Christian Campbell needs to sort of gain confidence. 1 and 2, he needs a sort of environment where he could just simply work on his mechanics and really nothing else, right? And when you're facing the top talent in minor league baseball, you're not really doing that as much as you are doing that. Does that make sense? Like for a guy like Christian Campbell specifically, you're not really doing that. You're trying to show results. We got Danny Coulomb up already. It's the 4th inning. Is Early hurt? I don't like that. Like at all. Early gets hurt. We're kind of cooked, dude. I don't know who the hell the Red Sox bring up. You have to rush Patrick Sandoval back? Great. You've seen major league talent in minors to dominate and mature mentally? Yeah, of course. But my point is they do that in AAA, right? Guys, what are the Red Sox doing tonight offensively? What are these swings? Oh, he's got something going on with his arm. Yeah. Early, it's something going on with his arm, it looked like. Damn it. Why is Cavalli turning a prime Nolan Ryan? I have no idea. No, it definitely doesn't look like he's taking his time, dude. Definitely looks like Early got injured. Dude, that's going to be such an issue. Ugh, that'd be so brutal. Any Hauk news? He's throwing off the mound a bit, but that's it. All right, well, I guess we're waiting on news about Conley Early. That sucks. Maybe it's a Ranger Suarez thing, you know? Like Ranger Suarez dealt with an injury and then it was kind of it. He was kind of back the next round through the rotation. Maybe we'll get that. When's Cutter back? I genuinely have no idea. I don't know if he's going to be back. Goss has died. No, actually, we did get an injury update from him recently. I think like last week. That he's starting a hitting program, I suppose. No, he didn't go. Thank you. Are we sure Cutter's alive? That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. I haven't heard about him in a minute. Campbell needs to get himself back into the conversation. I mean, yeah, of course. Cutter was never that great anyway. Cutter was solid. Contraras, I need you to not do this, dude. How many games are... Oh, shit, Contraras. Contraras is throwing his helmet. Contraras just threw his helmet. Contraras is throwing punches. Contraras is going crazy. They can't hold him back. We got people pushing him down. Nate Eaton's getting into it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, chat. What the hell just happened? Wilson just went crazy. Dude, this guy is a menace. On a strikeout is hilarious. Someone did something, dude. What happened? Wilson Contreras just got into an actual fisticuffs. I know it was poor Siegler trying to hold him back. But Nate, did you see Nate Eaton? No, they didn't hit him. They struck him out and then said something to him, and he went nuts. Wilson suspended? Yeah, this one's going to be tough. Yeah, someone said no, it wasn't just someone said something, dude. You know who Wilson Contreras reminds me of a little bit is Kevin Youkilis. You remember when Kevin Youkilis used to get mad? Like that's what Wilson Contreras reminds me of. I mean, Wilson's ejected, right? Yeah, so he said, "Sit down, boy." That's literally what he said in that exact like phrase. Who's number 24 for Washington? It's Cavalli, isn't it? K Cavalli. Man, the Nationals really, really, really getting into him. Imagine they don't toss him though. It'd be crazy if they don't toss him. It is a little bit of a classist thing to say. I kind of agree with him here. But like I want to know what the first baseman said to Contreras, dude. This is crazy. Who's getting ejected though? Are they going to eject Cavalli? Maybe the Red Sox should trade for Wilson's brother. Unless we're ready to fight. That's what I imagine. Those are like fighting words to me, Robbie. I'd be pissed. Probably both, Merchant, I'd imagine. I think it was about Venezuela. Dude, if someone says something about Venezuela, that is horrible. Horrible. There's no way. No, there's no way. Look, they literally have a barricade because they know he's about to get tossed. Yeah, it was whatever he said after that. I don't know that his brother helped him with anything, dude. He tries to fight the Brewers every time they're there. His brother does nothing. Oh, here we go. Chad Tracy get a little animated. They gonna toss Chad? This team has finally had enough. True. This is what we need. It is, but also you can't lose Contreras, dude. Contreras is gonna be suspended for like 3 games for throwing his helmet. That's not good. Figuring out the ejections, like figuring out who gets to go in the penalty box. Yeah, kind of. Trying to read Cavalli's lips. I want to know so bad what the other guy said because the other guy is what really pissed him off. Like he was fine. He was backing up a little bit. And then the first baseman said something. And that's when Tracy just got tossed too. We just got a Tracy. We got a Tracy ejection. First time as a big league manager. There we go, Trace. Get it in his face. And yeah, show the veins on the neck, big boy. Come on now. Get some yelling in. You're already ejected. Throw some dirt. Do something. Who's the coach now? I genuinely have no idea. The Red Sox may coach themselves. Flores, I think. So it's only Red Sox getting ejected? This is ridiculous. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Or an umpire to get punched. I'm trying to get some more information on Twitter. Only a Red Sox threw a helmet. Yeah, that's true. But didn't Nate Eaton got hit, dude? Nate Eaton actually got hit. Wait, what happened? There was just a fight. Who fought? Contraras and somebody. I couldn't really see. There was just a giant, kerfuffle. I think that's the other way to put it. Contraras could tell everyone what was said? Yeah, I think so. The after game interview is going to be fascinating. What? So Wilson gets ejected and Nate Eaton got ejected? But Cade Cavalli got nothing? Boo. Boo. There we go. Dude, Wilson Contreras might be my genuinely favorite Red Sox player in a long time. Buddy gets ejected, turns to the dugout, fires him up, and then leaves. This is crazy. What the hell just happened? What the hell are we watching? Good God. My God. That was crazy. My God, dude. Wilson Contreras, dude. I don't know about it. Why is Wilson not catching? Because he is a first baseman. Eaton should have smoked him. That's what I'm saying. Wow, Schlittler gave up 6. So what? Can I break down what happened? I could try. So basically what happened is on a 3-2 count, Wilson strikes out on a slider on the outside part of the plate. He's walking back to the dugout. Cade Cavalli goes, "Sit down, boy." Literally like that. On the mics, they picked that up. Wilson goes, "You talking to me? What do you mean? Why are you talking to me like that?" And then he says something else, and that's when Wilson, it was either him or the first baseman says something, and Wilson just, I don't know why that didn't snap. Just it's like a literal switch flipped, and he goes berserk. He's running at players. Red Sox players are trying to hold him back. He ends up throwing his helmet. It hits the first baseman. Then, as everyone's kind of piling in, trying to separate the teams, Eaton and Miles Mikolas, who pitched last night, are in like a match where they're just sitting there, hands on shoulders, just going like this at each other. Also, why did Mikolas not get thrown out? Anyways, did any Red Sox get injured in the fight? No, but Conley Early is injured for something. That was crazy. It's funny because Wilson was saying how good friends he was with Mikolas before the game. That's hilarious. Tell your guy to stop being so dramatic and hot-headed. Nah, you know what? Listen. Everyone loved Kevin Youkilis, but he was just as hot-headed. You say the same thing about Kevin Youkilis? Someone you needed this a little bit on the teams, dude. There were so many guys on those early 2010s, early 2000s Red Sox teams that would do the same type crap on a baseball diamond. But those guys get praised. Wilson does it. It's like, hey man, why don't you reel in your player here, buddy? No, you need more. Give me more of this. Give me that edge. Give me that FU. It's us against the world. I will die for my family. I will die to protect this clubhouse. Like that's all I care about. Give me more of that. So he misses 3 games. The Red Sox are 10 games under 500 anyways. So Early got hurt in the scrum? No, Early was hurt before the fight broke out. They were warming up Danny Coulomb before. Yeah, give me more passionate players. This is a good way of putting it. That was crazy. What are we doing? Also, how did Cade Cavalli get off of this scot-free? Like, that sets a precedent that's perfectly fine for your pitchers to scream at hitters. Like, I get it. Like, the things get brushed under the table all the time. I don't know. I don't know. Like, obviously, Wilson was in the wrong here by charging them out. But like, well, we can now bait. Pitchers can now bait players. Why is it Romy at first? He's still kind of feeling it from his injury. No. Eaton is Eaton's out. Yes. Why was Early pulled? Injury, we think. We don't know yet. Hit somebody. Thank you. Yeah. If tapping your helmet is a red flag, immediate ejection, shouldn't baiting the other team be? Yes, right? That's my thought. I don't know. Like it seems very easy to put together, at least in my opinion. Like if you're not okay with Wilson Contreras bumping his helmet, how are we okay with Cade Cavalli baiting somebody into charging them out? No, the league will do absolutely nothing. $16 from Cosmic Ferret. Thank you so much for being here for 16 months. The Red Sox have nothing to lose from a brawl at this point. True. What's up, Prods? Cavalli should have been ejected. I agree. Man, I just don't get it. Yeah, I want the. How many times did Poppy get ejected, dude? Like, I don't know. Says something that was clearly objectable. That's what I'm saying. I want to see what else he said. There was something he said. There was something else he said. Cavalli or. Dude, why did we bring Danny Coulomb in? God. I just don't like Cade Cavalli, man. Mikolas did get ejected. Call up John Boy for the breakdown. Oh yeah, let me just call those guys up. No, Cavalli did not get ejected. He finished that inning. Who got ejected on the Nationals? Only one player, and I think it was Mikolas. Danny, please don't just absolutely let the Nationals wash you after that. You can't have it happen. You just can't have it. A real Duran away. Danny, please, dude. Jeremy, how could he have been ejected? Cade Cavalli, how could he have been ejected if he pitched to Duran after that? Yeah, it does feel kind of over swoosh. Danny Coulomb being in here is definitely part of that. I'm trying to see if there's any update on Conley Early. Red Sox haven't announced an injury update, but we'll tweet if they do. Okay. Who do we call up in case Early hits the IL? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely have no idea. It was a second base ump that what's second base up? What's the status of Moran? Isn't he on a rehab assignment? Well, that's going to tie the game. Well, at least they got him at third. We got a tie ball game, though, folks. Please not Bayo. I don't think they'd bring up Bayo. I don't think they would. Uberstein maybe, but Uberstein's doing more bullpen. I'm trying to think. I don't know who they would call up from AAA. Eduardo Rivera, maybe. Let me check out Worcester. Let me check out Worcester's roster here. Yeah, there's not much, dude. I think what you do probably would be like get up like a Kelly or like an Uberstein. Where's Samaniego? Oh, he's right here. Or Samaniego, and then figure out his rotation spot after that. Like maybe Patrick Sandoval is good to go by then. I mean, Eduardo Rivera is probably the name you go to. He's actually been pretty good this year. He's not starting games though. I don't even know what their rotation looks like. What is it? I don't even know. Osvaldo Brios maybe? No, he's been good this year though. Jack Anderson. Do you bring up Jack Anderson, have him start games? But he's got a 5.26 ERA in AAA right now. I don't even know what you do. I genuinely don't know. You're kind of screwed if Early goes in the IL, okay. What Cavalli said was inappropriate? Interesting. Kelly is one more option. Yeah, quality start streak is over, which is not good for the Red Sox statistically. They may call up Sandoval. Yeah, I'd imagine if Early's injured to the point where he needs an IL stint, it's probably he's gotten 2 starts down there, Dave. I don't think he has time. No roster replacement. We're just down one. Can I pitch? Put me in, coach. No, they're not. Guys, you got to think about this. Early goes down today. You aren't going to need another pitcher for 5 days. Why would they rush Sandoval back up here? No, not yet, Storms. I've been looking. Fleming keeps saying it's inappropriate. That's all I have. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, we got Weiser. Oh God, dude. There we go. I said something about Venezuela. I just think you have to be. I just like if you're saying things about Venezuela, you've got so many issues, dude. Yeah, Mark. And then Contraras. X-Men 97 Season 2's out soon? Chat, why has no one told me that? They're definitely not calling up Ianson now. They're not going to have him skip AAA. Not a chance. How many starts does he even have in AA? Anthony Ianson. He's 7 games in AA. Yeah, you're not bringing this guy. I mean, he looks great, although the strikeouts have gone way down. What's his hard hit rate like right now? Oh, they don't have that data. He's getting a ton of ground balls. A lot of pull ball, too. His FIP's 327 or 454 in AA. Yeah, you're not bringing Ianson up. You're not bringing Ianson up. Is Early injured or what? I don't know, dude. We're waiting. Sure looks like he's injured. I just got here. What happened to Early? Anything? They said possible cramps. Cramps would be fantastic. Cramps would be fantastic. What up, Tupac? Why did Early get taken out already? We're waiting. We're waiting to figure that out. Everyone is on the same page here. I will let you know as soon as I humanly can. Which shortstops are going to be free agents this offseason? Not good ones. Also, the Red Sox only have 1 hit. Can we change that? It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Dwayne Wilson is the first player ever in the organization to get tossed out 2 consecutive games. Hell yeah. What's up, Kalen? Durant trade this deadline? I could see it. I don't know. I could always see Durant being traded. I have no idea. You gotta do damage against this guy, dude. After he just essentially bullied. Oh right, Simon, I'm never gonna be able to get that right. I'm sorry. After you just bullied Wilson Contreras, essentially, you need to do some damage off of him. I don't think Romy's gonna be the guy to do it. Durbin, just absolutely body this guy. Somebody needs to, yeah, Will's right, dude. Somebody needs to hit a baseball into the next stratosphere and walk around this base pass. After what he said to Wilson, look, dude, I am hitting this as far as I possibly. I'm hacking up there. I'm going for straight, absolute piss missiles. What happened to the fight? Cade Cavalli said some words. We know he said, "Sit down, boy," like that, like that. We know he said that. And then Wilson was like, "Why are you saying that to me? What is going on?" And then someone said something after that, and Wilson just went ballistic. So I want to know what was said in between Cade Cavalli saying that, Wilson going out there, and then Wilson throwing his helmet. Because clearly it was something. He looked fine for a minute. He also said, "You heard what I said," after Wilson questioned him. Well, there's that too. But like that's like, yeah, all right. You heard what I said. Like, what was he gonna do? Back down and be like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." You know what I mean? I'd be so bad at starting fights when I was on the mound, dude. I would say something like that. Someone could at me and I'd be like, "Yeah, dude. I probably went too far there." You know, I'd probably be like, "Yeah, you're probably right. Listen, it's the heat of the moment. I don't mean anything by it." That's what I would say. There it is. Oh my God, it was foul. Nesson. The Nesson camera crew just made me think Durbin just absolutely torched a baseball. Oh my God. No way. I thought that was going to be the absolute just swamp donkey home run we need right now to just totally turn these vibes around. Because we need some vibes here, boys. Cade Cavalli's dealing. He's in your face right now. He's spitting in your mouth. Do something about it. No, we do not know what else the pitcher said. I need someone to get Wilson's back here the rest of the game. Yeah, no idea what the pitcher said. Will Fleming apparently made it sound like it was something really bad. Or at least inappropriate enough to be warranted. So, I don't know. I think Wilson Contreras is going to pretty quickly say something after the game about what was said. I wouldn't be shocked. So, I'm curious to see what he says. Like, I think Wilson will be pretty honest. He's throwing the ball harder than he ever has in his career. What the hell? Why is this guy fired up to face the Red Sox? You're at the game? Well, do something, dude. Well, you're letting this guy Cade Cavalli get away with what he did to Wilson Contreras. You need to do something too. Start a chant. You should be chanting his name. Tackle him on the mound. Yeah, get out there, V. Get out there and do something crazy. Does it affect his suspension if it came out? He said some crazy stuff. Yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah, like if Cade Cavalli says something heinous, which I feel like if he said something heinous, more Red Sox players would have done something about it. If it comes out that it was pretty bad, then yeah, I think his suspension will be less. But now I would imagine it's probably like, oh, hey, that hit him. Beat him up. Also, he's throwing inside right now. He's baiting. He wants a fight, dude. Durbin, lay into that and get him kicked out of the game. Low key. If he gets hit by that, the guy's tossed. Just get hit. He's absolutely dealing right now. Mess with him. Why is Durbin hitting 7th, by the way? Durbin's been one of your hottest hitters. He's in the 7-0. You know what? I'm not going to question a lineup anymore. I'm done questioning lineups. Every time I question a lineup, it somehow works. Like you had, what was that lineup where you scored 6 runs against the Yankees? It was a horrible lineup. Yeah, that is what he said, Derek. But there was something in between that and Wilson Contreras going absolutely ballistic. Ah, come on. That was the pitch to hit right there, dude. I'm not going to lie to you, buddy. Yeah, you should be mad about that one. We're back to the Sox making pitchers look like Cy Youngs. Apparently, this dude's like throwing 3 miles an hour faster than he ever has this entire year. So I don't know what's going on with this. He'll face penalty as well. I don't know. Like it feels like we say that all the time, and then like MLB, like whoever doesn't get tossed usually doesn't get a ton of like stuff. Yeah, Austin. Let's get a Roy. Yeah, can we get a mid-game Roy check? Yeah, this guy's absolutely. Yeah, he is taking over your house, Red Sox. Do something about it. He's quite literally pissed in your shoes. Do something about it. Sit down. Red Sox have 1 hit through 5 innings. The Red Sox should not get rid of Contraras. I agree. I'm trying to see if there's more here. I don't know. Is everyone reading lips? Bregman just crushed a 3-run home run. Sick. Wilson Contreras, the first player to get thrown out in back-to-back games is so... Dude, that's so funny because if you think about the way that he got tossed the first game, like that's such a ridiculous back-to-back. Fleming says everyone in Fenway now has access to what has been said, and they're leaning into Cavalli from the stands. I hope so, dude. Like this is where Fenway needs to be a factor. I mean, I don't know how you consider that what Wilson just did there, him showing up the umps. Are we taking a victory lap for that? It's crazy. I'm shocked no one's trying to put out a lip reading yet. Like, I figured there'd be some sort of, like, someone putting out some sort of lip reading so far. Like, usually there's a couple of people. Like, that's my question. Yeah, Chad Tracy should be mad. Early as a muscle cramp? Oh, okay. Whew. Put a target on his back. Okay. I mean, I don't know, dude. But he was straight up, yeah. Dave O'Brien just said it, taunted on the mound, but sure. Was his first career toss. Tracy. Not. Did we get the official Conley early update? Don't think so, right? Do you think Cavalli said something that wasn't PG? I don't know. I'm not gonna assume the guy said something horrid, but like Wilson went from like, dude, what is going on to like, okay, buddy, this is really annoying to just dead red, I'm gonna kill somebody. And obviously he's not actually gonna kill somebody, but you know what I mean. If everyone just blatantly or blindly followed every rulie, we'd be in a bad society, wouldn't we? Plus, the tap in his head, he wasn't even looking at the umpire when he was doing it. I think that was just ridiculous, the way that he got tossed yesterday. Today, yeah, he kind of earned that. He kind of earned that ejection. But again, like, he earned the ejection. Cade Cavalli earned the ejection too. Why is he not out of this game? Like, that's my question. We're just letting... we're setting a precedent that a pitcher can just sit there and taunt and wants a player to come out and fight him. And he could just continue to pitch. I don't know. That's what drives me nuts about this whole thing. Like, this tonight was a warranted ejection of Wilson Contreras. Obviously, right? We know that. You can't charge the mound. You can't throw a helmet at somebody. But, like, Cade Cavalli also can't sit there and taunt the batter into coming out and then want him to come out and then stay on the mound when he does come out. No, SN, they're not. Better make a video on this tomorrow? I don't know, maybe. If something crazy comes out, I might. But in my opinion, I don't know. Like, here's the thing, Derek. Like, if you had said something about Venezuela, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know. It drives me nuts. You're purposely doing this to me. I know you are. This tonight had nothing to... The umpires did not come at Wilson Contreras. The dude threw a helmet at somebody. He could have been the most polite individual on the face of the planet. He would have gotten thrown out. It has nothing to do with yesterday. It's two totally separate incidences here. Oh, it's so much worse. It's not muscle cramps. It's so much worse, dude. Conley Early has left the game with left elbow discomfort. No, dude. No, dude. Shoot. That's so much worse than muscle cramps. I got my hopes up. Who said muscle cramps? Who said... I want them... So, do we have a moderator in here? I don't even think we have. Is Robbie here? I don't remember. I saw him in here. Can't remember if he left or not. Where did I read what? The left elbow discomfort? It just got tweeted out. Brother, you are not correlating causation with effect here in the right way. And you're equating two separate instances definitively just to piss me off, and it's working. Venezuela, at least back in the early 90s when I visited, was beautiful. Yeah, it's horrible what's happening to them, Salty. It's absolutely terrible. What you need? I need you to find the person who told me it was muscle cramps and ban them. Back in my day, we never used to have as many pitcher injuries as today. They pitched more innings, too. You want to know why, SN? This drives me absolutely nuts. No one does any research before they say something sometimes. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, you could just Google why are there more pitching injuries today than there are back in... When were you like religiously watching baseball? Like 80s, let's just go 80s, I suppose, right? What's the reason for that, SN? It's because spin rates have been... Robbie, I was just kidding. You can unban him in like a minute, but let them sit with that for a second. 1969, perfect. The average velocity between then... I was just kidding, Robbie, but you can unban him if you want. It's an honest question. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, right? The velocity increases between 1969 and 2026 are astronomical. Not only that, but it's not just, hey, these guys are throwing fast. These guys are spinning the ball at a higher rate than they've ever spun a baseball in the history of baseball, which means they're putting more stress on their elbow than they ever have in the game. On top of that, relievers have become more integral to the framework of Major League Baseball. So when you want to talk about injuries, there's your answer right there, right? You're throwing harder, you're spinning it faster than ever before. On top of that, over the last couple of years, Major League Baseball has cracked down on sticky substances. You know the type of sticky substances that were going on with the game in Major League Baseball in 1969? Everything was basically available, right? There were very limited things. You couldn't spit tobacco on a baseball in 1969 because it threw off the batter. But there were a lot of things you could get away with. You can't get away with anything anymore. So not only are you throwing it fast, so you're spinning it harder, you've less grip on a baseball. Right? So all three of those things, boom, there's your answers to why the injuries. In terms of pitchers getting less innings, it's because teams realized, hey, batters are starting to figure out how to hit these guys 3 or 4 times to an order. We are a more efficient baseball team. We are avoiding more injuries, and we're getting more outs when we are using the bullpen, let's say 30% more than what we used it in 1969. So there are legitimate reasons as to why, right? It's not just, the game was, these guys are soft, is always what I hear. Right. And the argument I always get is, guys were throwing harder in 1969. Like there were Bob Gibson is a name that comes up, right? Bob Gibson is a Hall of Famer and a legitimate pillar when it comes to pitching in the history of Major League Baseball. We're not talking about the Hall of Fame echelon top tier pitchers. We're talking about the game in general, right? There were thousands of other players who were nowhere near as talented as Bob Gibson. So that's also, I hate that argument too. Yeah, that's another thing, Chiro, for sure. Bionic arms to handle the stress, that'd be crazy. I think that might eventually happen at some point, but I also think that might end up being like cheating, I think, to some degree. I not even some degree. It definitely is going to be considered cheating for a while. But I do think at some point, maybe not, maybe in my lifetime when I'm old, I'll be complaining that back in my day, people use natural elbows. Mark isn't banned anymore. It was just a minute. It was mostly just a joke. And my moderator, Robbie, being the best moderator out there, took it seriously. My man. But he's back somewhere. Long gone, yeah, true. Sedan is just cannot see Cavalli. You just can't see him. My God, dude, the 6th inning's over already. Sedan, stop challenging. It's a tie game in the 6th inning. Stop challenging. I don't think they trade Contraras. If they want to compete in 27, it doesn't make sense to trade Contraras. I don't. This Conley Early thing is horrible. Old enough to remember the 70s. Nolan and JR were the only guys I really remember burn up the guns. Until, yeah, exactly. What about the lockout? What about the lockout? Letting players challenge is a mistake. What do you mean letting players challenge is a mistake? That's the whole point of it. If you make it a legitimate automated system, it takes the humanity out of the game. You can't do that. Mark, it was just a joke, dude. Come on. Wilson should be untouchable. I don't know about untouchable, but his price should be high. It's not over yet. We still got a couple innings here. We just got to get this bum Cavalli out of, not a bum, he's tearing us up right now, but over the season he's been a bum. Out of the game, dude. Get him out of here. I don't know who the hell you're throwing, though. Well, we're going Wisered for a third inning? Oh, he only has 13 pitches. You know what? All right, let him in. Let Wisered pitch, dude. Why not? Hope it's not Tommy John. I know, dude. I really don't want it. Yeah, I blocked you because you started personally attacking me, and I thought that was unnecessary. Actually, didn't you say something about my fiance too? Someone said something about my fiance. That's an automatic ban. If you're going to attack me all you want, fine. I put my face out here every day. You say anything about my fiance who has done nothing ever? Yeah, you're getting banned. Absolutely no. You definitely started personally attacking me. I know that's why you did. Maybe you didn't say anything about my fiance. Maybe it was someone else. Contraras' situation should have got the team pumped out of their minds. Should have. But also, they've just been getting torched by this guy all night. Wilson was getting torched by him too, so I don't know. Who, Santa? Are they talking about Sandoval? No, you started attacking me personally. And if you're not willing to admit it, that's fine. But that's exactly why I didn't just ban you because you had a differing opinion than me. I argue with people every live stream. Contraras says some big poppy passion, liking it. Yeah, dude. Wilson fires me up. It also sucks that Wilson's probably going to be the reason this team ends up losing for the next 5. But, you know what? Fire me up. Batters think it's a ball. Pitchers and catchers think it's a strike. They challenge with no forward thinking. I don't know what you mean here, Dave. I don't. Okay, yeah. That's the entire point of it. But again, if you took out the humanity of a challenge system, right? You're taking out the humanity of the game. Like if you start automating, okay, this ball, like an umpire got the call wrong, automatically call it the reverse call. There's no need for an umpire anymore. And we've seen that in AAA. They tried it 2 years ago, and it ended up being horrible because hitters realized, hey, if I just wait, chances are I'm getting like walks went way up, offense went way down, and pitchers got torched. So like I don't think they could ever go full automatic system here. I just don't think they could. Like I think having the human element in the game still plays an effect as to why it's so entertaining. You know? It's the same conversation with like, I don't know, football. Like football hasn't gone fully automated for no reason. Come on, Durbin. There we go. All right, we got one out. It'd be a better strategy for the challenges. No, I mean, I don't know. I like, again, you take out the humanity of the game by making it almost surefire thing that the challenges get accepted. The reason the challenges work so well, what's up, Austin, is because it's still human element, right? You're still gonna get pissed off and challenge a call that's nowhere near a ball. If you were perfect all the time, it just becomes an automated ball and strike system. That's all it becomes. Now, all of that's to say, the Red Sox do need to be better at working on challenges. Say Don needs to be better at working on challenges, I should say. The Red Sox have been better lately. Say Don has not. If you want to talk about individual players, fine. Wizard, I need you to muster the fattest, perfect double play ground ball here you've ever seen. I just need a beautiful. They don't. It's actually pretty relative to the rest of the league. I would say the Dodgers have probably the most pitching injuries. Over the last couple of years, I would say it was the Dodgers. But a lot of teams have injuries. Not just the Red Sox. Come on, Wizard. I need a fat ground, brother. I need you to find the zone. Need Will your pimpin' one would be so nice. Yeah, you should say that, dude. No, again, they aren't getting hurt at a higher rate than the rest of Major League Baseball. It's about the same. I mean, going Wiser two and a third innings. Yeah, I was stretching him a little bit, trying to do that. Slayton, brother, I need you right here. I need real Slayton. Where can I send the receipts? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I could find a chart. (2026) injury report, maybe? Can you put together group by team, maybe? Okay, here we go. Well, this is going to be tough. 3. Right now, the Orioles have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers on the IL. The Red Sox have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they already don't have the most in Major League Baseball here. The White Sox have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we go, another team with more. Detroit has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're the same. The Astros have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're the same. The Royals have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're the same. Do you see what I'm doing here, E? The Twins have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have more. Mariners have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right in the same range. The Rays have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have more. The Rangers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have more. The Diamondbacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, more. The Braves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More. Like, I could keep going. Dude, the Cubs right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What just happened? Toughy. You don't trust that misinformation? You mean Fangraphs? So is that an error? Ugh. You need to count early. Still, he's they're in the middle of the league. E. How many minutes left? There's no minutes in baseball. There are basically 2.5 innings left. That is tops? Nope. Sure isn't. I literally just listed it, and I'm not going to sit here and list them again because they've got a game to win. Wilson makes that. He sure does. That's the worst part about this. Yeah, Slayton not being able to be a great pitcher this year is crazy. Hey, thank you so much for the 67 Jules X. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. We win these, vibes will be at the highest of highs. Yeah. That's a strike. Thank you. Go ahead and challenge that. There, guys getting. Are you counting all minor league players? E. I think that should be included then too. Because if you're doing Red Sox minor league players, how are you calculating data for? You've gone through every single major league team's minor league roster and counted out the player injuries. Yeah, the problem is you can't really back off. There we go. Huge strikeout there, Slayton. Come on. Keep the game by 1. Get this bum Cavalli off the mound. And Red Sox offense, do something, please. What do Jules do? I genuinely have no idea, but I appreciate him. Wilson Contreras is currently threatening people on Instagram. This is not good. E, your analysis is wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Ah. Well, that's the game. Slayton, dude. What has happened to Justin Slayton? Like, that ball was horribly placed. It was in the dead center of the zone. I think he gets. I was going to say, Will said it too. Of course, Jan Rand's now injured too. Okay, E, have you compared that to the rest of Major League Baseball? You need to compare. You can't just look at the Red Sox organization. You have to look at the rest of Major League Baseball. I'm not sitting here fighting like this the entire night when the Red Sox are losing. Where did he put his knee? Did he put it into the camera well? Gonna get the Yankees get torched? Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. I mean, is it the end of the world that the Red Sox can't win 6 games in a row? No. But it's about how they bounce back from here. Right? It's about, okay, if this is the new and improved Red Sox or whatever, you get shut down one night. It's a tough. There's no such thing as alternate facts, dude. Facts. I'm not. We're done with this conversation. I'm dead ass. We're done with this conversation. So, whatever. It's about how you bounce back the next day, right? Like, that's the question. If this truly is a different team, can they win the series? That's the answer. Thank you. Okay. All right. Can we do something against Cavalli, please? Anything? He's rage baiting me and it's working, Duran. Yeah, win the series. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Slayton should be mad, dude. He's not pitching well. He's not pitching well. And I don't know what the solution to that is. Who do you put into the high leverage spot? I mean, Tayron Guerrero has been doing a great job of it, but you can't throw him every night. You need to have two of those guys in like the mid to high leverage. Here's a question: what are the most series Red Sox have won in a row this season? 2. Yeah, at this rate, Cavalli might end up throwing a perfect game or a full, not a perfect game, a complete game. What did Wilson say on Instagram? Someone called him a cover your ears if you don't like PG-13 language, a pussy, and he said, "Come meet me at Fenway." Tough. Tough that Conley went out early. Yeah. Yeah, not good, especially with left elbow inflammation, dude. Genuinely. Where did he say it though? On a post by Boston Strong _34 on Instagram. Here. Come on. Usually it does a pretty good job. Hold on. There, you can pretty much read that. What happened early? Left arm inflammation. Not good. Not good at all. Is this still Cavalli out here? Oh, for the love of God. If Durant is injured, let's get Ref Snyder back from the Mariners. What do you do if Durant goes down, dude? Like, genuinely, what do you do? If your rotation has a hole in it, the season's cooked. Yoshida? No, dude. How does everything go bad all at once, man? It's crazy. You go from 6-game win streak or 5-game or the hopes of a 6-game win streak to Wilson Contreras throwing his helmet at somebody. Conley early getting tapped out with elbow inflammation. That sucks. And Durant getting a knee thing. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. I mean, that was right down the middle, will you? That was right down the middle. We're just not swinging. I don't. It's probably deleted now. X. It's. I don't know. It's under some. It's under Boston Strong _34 on Instagram. I'd imagine he probably deleted it already. Somebody do something. Ugh. Wilson Contreras is now fighting with people on Instagram. No, I'm saying I'd imagine the comment Wilson left. It wasn't even his Instagram page. He was just scrolling it. Brady was less power than he did previous years. I actually think he's on track for about the same amount of home runs, I think. Peyton totally is tomorrow. That is true. Yeah, but I don't know, dude. Totally. Yeah. Totally going to have to be kind of perfect because, like, you're not going to have Wilson. Duran might be out, dude. Although Duran hasn't exactly been a. Durant hasn't exactly been a mainstay in the lineup, I'll say that this year. I mean, Wilson could be the future DH of the team. How long do you think he's going to be there? How long do you think he's going to be here? On pace for 20. So what? He had like what 24 last year. He get hot for a month and get close to that, over that too. I think the problem with Abreu is that he's just so with his homers specifically. His contact, I think, for the most part this year, there's been a couple of tough stretches, but for the most part this year has been pretty solid. Damn, the power this year is just coming in bunches. Yeah, I actually wouldn't hate that ban Brent. The problem is players like social media is a moneymaker for some of these guys. That's the problem. This Durant at bat tells a lot. Yeah, probably will. Problem is you don't have Eaton on the bench, so I don't even know. I guess yeah, it'd be Massa, but I don't know that I want Massa in left field. It's not like he'd be worse at the plate though. To be fair. So what happens with Contreras again? Well, he's ejected. He'll definitely get suspended. It's a question of how many games he'll get suspended. It just depends on what MLB rules in terms of like the severity of what they think the crime, I suppose. What did Contreras do? He charged the mound. Joe Random with a Golden Glove. Yeah, kind of. I mean, the defense is always going to be solid. That's pretty much exactly what he said, JM. Yeah. Justin Turner is currently playing in the Mexican League. It's crazy that sometimes pitches can't get just like pitchers even like really bad pitchers could just lock in for a game, you know? Not that Cavalli was like a horrible pitcher, but he legitimately just locked in today. Yeah, just let E say what he wants or what they want in the chat, dude. At this point, whatever. Let him yell into the void. Like it's crazy that like I don't know. Like baseball's such a weird sport. Like Savali probably won't have another start like this the rest of the way. Durant, that was still a ball. Or that was still a strike. Can you call a player up to fill the suspension? Is that part of the penalty? I believe that's part of the penalty. I don't think you could call somebody up. Maybe you can. Let me see. I'd imagine you probably can, actually. Yeah, so he can be suspended. Or they can call somebody up. But only from the 40-man roster, I suppose. Rally Cat is here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, wait. No. Hold on. Maybe it's not? I'm lost, chat. I think this is more so... no. The problem is all these are talking about like getting suspended for multiple months and stuff. Come here. Come here, Rally Cat. Come on, Rally Cat. Come on, Rally Cat. Hello, Rally Cat. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. I don't think you can. Hi. All right, Rally Cat. You ready to start a rally? Well, you're gonna have to start next half inning, actually. Bottom of the ninth. Rally Cat has entered the building, huh? I can't really find much. Yeah. So drug suspension is obviously different than like conduct suspension. Yeah, I can't find anything on it. Hey, 200 joules for Max. Thank you so much. He gets maybe 2-3 games. Yeah, probably. But again, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like if you're allowed to call somebody up to cover those 3 games, you know? Oh yeah. 8th inning, trying to keep the streak alive. Tommy Canley, baby. Is Wilson Contreras allowed to? You can. I see. Yeah, that's way gone. Well, this game's officially fully over with Tommy Canley on the bump. Maybe just don't let C.J. Abrams leave the building. Rally Cat, you've ruined us. You rallied for the wrong team. Christian Campbell, why? For what? He's been horrible. Christian Campbell's been awful in minor league baseball. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, we can't give Christian Campbell a trial period. Buddy's hitting like 215 right now. There's no trial period. Trial period's AAA right now. What does that smell like? We got nothing to lose. Yeah, you do. You have the development and confidence of a player. Like one of the big reasons why Christian Campbell is in the position he's in is because he lost his confidence. Mark Reynolds is struck out. Yeah, that's the all-time record. I don't know. Would I rather have Duran in left field than Yoshida, or would I rather have right now? Like, yeah, Yoshida is a better hitter. Need to vent. Oh God, here we go. Yeah, just don't let C.J. Abrams leave the building. I don't know what you'd have to give up for him. Ianson? Just keep struggling in AAA. I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'Cause, I mean, if he comes back up to the majors and struggles, that's just going to ruin him more, I think. 'C Throwing out Contraras. Yeah, maybe. I don't know that Contraras is the one that's going to be. I don't know. Canley's the problem, dude. Canley's been horrible. Weiser wasn't all that bad. Slayton was the one, really, that looked bad in that start. Are you enjoying yourself? Because my arms are getting tired. You're supposed to be rally helping. Yeah, you're supposed to be rally helping. You're not helping any rallies. Yeah, the hit thing is horrible. Like I said, they just ran into this weird thing that happens in Major League Baseball right now. Do we need to send Meyer down to get his confidence up? I mean, you could, but he's injured right now, so what's the point? Is there anyone left in Worcester to call up other than Campbell? I mean, Braden Ward, we'd have to add him to the 40-man. No one really in the outfield now. Maybe tomorrow they'll win. I'll be honest, I don't really think this is the bullpen blowing it. Conley early came into a freak injury, and the Red Sox have one hit. Let's be honest here. What's the issue, Yeah, Cavalli's officially towards the top of the hate list, which is hilarious because Schlittler is a Cy Young candidate. And Cavalli has on almost a sub or over 4 ERA. I'm winning 6 games in a row. I feel like grants them one struggle game. If they come back and win this series tomorrow, you should still be feeling okay about them. Or at least still enjoying watching them. Yeah, dude. Canley's going to take a while to get through this inning. We tried him. The statistics were looking good. Weiser was struggling. Tolley's pitching tomorrow. Shouldn't have gotten a strike, but got a strike. Check the rules. No replacements. MLB rulebook guidelines strictly prevent teams from replacing suspended players to ensure that team officially suffers the competitive penalty. That sucks. That sucks. Then Bennett. Yeah, I don't know. That early injury might actually be super impactful. It might be way more impactful than the Wilson Contreras suspension, honestly. This is going to be a long inning, chat. If Early's out for a bit, it's the next man up, Sandoval. It's definitely not going to be Inson. Yeah, it can't be Inson. It'll be Sandoval, which kind of stinks actually, low key, because I bet his trade value is not bad actually. Got him, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that was a good play. I'll give it to him. Good play. Almost kept the game where it was. Oh, no, wait. They still need one more out. This team is rage bait. I mean, they kind of are. This is why I kept saying at the beginning of the stream, right? It was just It was literally just, hey, let's enjoy them playing well and not, oh boy, the Red Sox are back, you know? It's literally what I said at the beginning of the stream, and I think that's what I'll, even if they win the series tomorrow, I think that's what I'm going to continue to say. Like your bullpen, you need a good start from Tully tomorrow. Man, Jordan Alvarez just tied the franchise record for seventh Grand Slam. It's pretty crazy. Wonder if that guy. Hey, you need a DH? Statistically, it sure is, GOAT. Tomorrow's game honestly might decide the season. Nah, dude. Unfortunately, the season's been figured out. Like the season maybe, I don't know. Like maybe you win the series tomorrow and you start looking at things a little bit differently, but even tomorrow you still be 9, you win this game tomorrow, you'll be 9 games under 500. Like not really, you know. Vaughn Grissom, imagine they bring Grissom back. That'd be so funny. Grissom literally like, man, Canley's really, it's like, yeah. It's really like, hey man, we're good, right? Like I don't understand. I don't know. Is it the what is it, the 8th? Oh man, we still have 2 more ABs from the Red Sox here. I thought this was the 9th inning. I was like, all right, cool. This sucks. Miserable way to end a winning streak. I still say we trade for Sorotta. Why? I can't believe I'm the same age as Canley. He looks 45. How old is Canley? I thought he was like almost 40. Nightmare game. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like this is such this might be the worst possible way to lose a winning streak. Like not only did you get beat down, I mean fair enough here. The Nationals are the best offense in baseball right now. So like yeah, winning 3 out against those guys was always going to be a little bit tough. But you lost Conley early to left elbow inflammation. That's a horrible diagnosis. Wilson Contreras is suspended for 3 games. That's also horrible. He's also fighting with people on Instagram. Your offense got absolutely shut down by the bozo that should probably have been ejected alongside Wilson. Oh, and on top of that, Duran banged his knee. Not that Duran was doing all that much. Just wiped all the good feelings right off the table in an instant. Yeah, again, like I'm not sitting here super pissed about it because I am super pissed about Conley early getting injured because that just sucks. But like again, I wasn't expecting this to be the turnaround of the season, at least in my eyes. Like you got a DFA. You can't really DFA Canley, can you? Because you're losing depth right now. Who's the blame on? Why did the Red Sox lose this game? The blame is ultimately on the hitting, dude. You have 1 hit so far. 1. Right? But also, like, the other thing you blame it on is Early's elbow. You know? Like it's kind of just unfortunate combination of everything. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a miracle. Doubt it. Yeah, hi. You keep coming up to get pet, and then you get on my lap and jump off. What do you want me to do about that? Yeah, this is gonna be. I would imagine probably the last game of Tommy Canley in the Red Sox uniform, but at the same time, like again, Conley early goes down. You got a lot of pitching injuries, dude. Like this is gonna be an issue if Early's down for a long time. Patrick Sandoval, like I don't know that you can no longer like you might not be able to really like. I guess you could trade Sonny Gray and just get Bayo up here, I suppose, and wait for Crochet, I guess. But then you can't really trade Sandoval. I don't know, dude. This is tough. You can put yourself in a tough position if Early is injured now for a long time. Even with the injuries, get a young arm up here. You don't have any young arms in the upper levels of the minors, dude. MLB should dump the third wild. Teams hovering around 500 should not make the playoffs. I mean, last year, no team hovering around 500 made the playoffs, did they? Who made the playoffs in? Maybe didn't the Reds make it with a 500 record last year? The mock Sonny Gray trades are so bad. Yeah, because no one's factoring in. Unfortunately, no like outlets are factoring the fact that the Red Sox gave $10 million. Or I'm sorry, the national or the oh my god, the Cardinals gave the Red Sox $20 million to take on Sonny Gray, right? So it's essentially you could give up $10 million of that $20 million with Sonny Gray. No one's factoring that into the trades we're seeing publicly. So that's a big part of why it doesn't look good. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. Woo! Just put up how many runs that inning? 4, 3. Sweet Caroline time, baby. I think that's so fun. They gotta figure that out, dude. They gotta figure out something else to play. Junior Caminero just homered for his 5th straight game, chat. Hell yeah. Tough. Franklin Arias hit a home run tonight. He's at 16 home runs in the year. I don't think the Red Sox fast track him, to be honest with you. Hear me out, we can still win this. God, brother. It might be over. It might be time to admit this might be over. Whatever, bounce back tomorrow. Again, like I said, right? I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it again. This team was never going to win 10 games in a row. Their offense just isn't capable of it. I said it multiple times. But if you get 6 and then you lose, and hey, maybe you win 3, and you go 9 for 10, yeah, like I think that wouldn't be bad, you know. Like so you win 6, yeah, you win 6 in a row, you win tomorrow, that's 7 of your last 8, and then you win the first 2 against the Angels. So that's a 9 out of 10. That's still pretty good. That's still gaining 8 games of ground here, right? So you're saying that there's a chance at what? Like again, I'm not looking at the Red Sox being like, this is how they get back into contention. This is just me saying I want to play good baseball. Hear me out. What if the Nationals bullpen is cheeks and the Red Sox come back and win this game? That'd be pretty nuts. Yeah, dude. I mean, the Nationals do have the worst bullpen in baseball, so I guess we'll see. He'd rather be traded. I mean, yeah, of course. I would rather be traded too if I was sitting in minor league baseball watching Tommy Canley do what he was doing right now. We need more ground, brother. I just like again, like I can't sit here and rationally be like, if they just like, oh, who are they playing from here to the deadline, or here to the All-Star break, right? There we go, Romy. 106.9. Welcome back, Romy. Let me see this here. All right, Red Sox have one more against the Nationals after tonight. They have the Angels, the White Sox, which will be kind of tough, and then the Mets, who are kind of at the same level as you are. I think, really, right? So even if you're 10 games under after tonight. So let's say you win tomorrow and you're 9 games under, and you win all 3 of these series here. 3, 6. You'll still be 6 games under when you get into the All-Star break, you know? Oh. So you win all 3 against the Angels. Okay. They shouldn't be tough. Shooter, the Red Sox have the 4th worst record in baseball. We are the bad team now. Our only good trade chips are Chapman and Contraras. Leaving out Sonny Gray, who's probably the most valuable trade chip, is astronomically ridiculous, Doug. There's more context. Tyler Milliken just tweeted more context on Contraras versus Savali. I don't know about that. I understand, but we should be making the playoffs. We're greatly underachieving. Sure, but you're still a really bad team. So to sit there and be like, hey, man. Hey, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're still a bad team. And you can't really be like, these teams are way worse than you when they have a much better record than you. You just can't do it right now. I think the org has had an issue with the strength and conditioning staff for the past 7 to 10 years. I mean, to be fair, Adrian, injuries in Major League Baseball in general have gone up over the last 7 to 10 years. Hey, there you go, Derb. Keep the hitting streak alive. Hell yeah. Is that that's now 6 games from, right? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, shooter. Just get him in there. What's the name of that league and what is that? Dubai or something? Abu Dhabi? I don't know. The swimming league or whatever. It was like the Olympics, but you could do whatever you wanted. Back-to-back Grand Slams. Oh, dude, yeah, that's all we're waiting for right here. The problem was, Brandon, it was never Wilson or Bregman. It was supposed to be Bregman and Wilson. I don't know even if it was allowed that, like, if I was a professional baseball player, I don't even know if it was allowed that I would take steroids. I feel like it really messes you up for a while. Red Sox with Spider Tack would genuinely be unhittable, I think. Oh, never mind. Nah, he didn't swing, right? That would have been a brutal swing and miss. Sonny Gray with Spider Tag would be Thanos. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, have a good night, Peterson. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Dude, I'm so mad about the early news, actually. Narvaez. Narvaez, dude. Classic. Narvaez needs to get everyday reps. I've decided. Just let him hit his way out of this. Crochet and his injury to the cancel option for his injury. I don't know, honestly. I talked about that in my video today. I don't know because it's technically a shoulder, right? It's his left shoulder. So I don't know what the conversation or wording in the contract specifically would be in terms of that. Like, is it just specifically like wrist to elbow, basically? Like, what is the wording that they use for shoulder? Like, I would consider my shoulder the same as my I would consider my shoulder the same as my arm, but I don't know. The contract is what's going to dictate that. I don't know. Maybe it's only for another Tommy John. What do you mean? Well, let's look it up, actually. I wonder, like, let me see. Let me see here. The rotator cuff part of your arm. No, so the rotator cuff is not part of the arm. It's actually part of your shoulder joint. It's a group of 4 muscles and tendons that wrap around the arm. So not part of the arm, which is worst case scenario. Apparently shoulder isn't part of your arm either. So yeah, worst case scenario here. Not only do the Red Sox not have Crochet, it doesn't count towards that extra stuff. Hey, have a good night, Shane. Thanks for staying in there. Appreciate you. Chang, brother, we're going to need you to hit the weight room. We are going to need you to hit the weight room, my guy. Maybe it's only for another Tommy John. I don't think so. It's any injury to his arm. So it wouldn't just be anything. It wouldn't just be Tommy John. But again, like, you look up rotator cuff, right? According to the Cleveland Clinic, it's not part of the arm. What is your rotator cuff? Rotator cuff is made up of muscles and tendons that keep the ball head of your upper arm bone, humerus, in your shoulder socket. It also helps you raise and rotate your arm. So the question is, okay, so Cleveland said it's not. Do they say it is? Symptoms, diagnosing. Apparently it's a very big baseball injury. Doesn't help me at all. Now, everyone's saying it's part of the shoulder, not part of the arm. Interesting. So, no, I don't even think it would help with the variation there. All right, X, have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. I would assume they need multiple opinions on whether it's an arm or not. Maybe. I'd imagine, again, there's probably very, very specific wording as to what there's very specific wording as to what the arm issue, like what it would be considered, right? Is it forearm to elbow? Is it everything else? You know? Give me 1 second, chat. Should put on some gloves. Apparently wiping dirt on injury helps. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Apparently all you need is to wipe some dirt on. You're good, dude. Fixes everything. I don't know that enough people are watching for him to be terrified of walking in Boston. I mean, maybe as it gets more viral and whatnot, but what was Cade Cavalli's ERA coming in after coming out of this game, chat? Don't say that out loud, Brandon. I got no faith. Second favorite player behind Jazz Chisholm, or second least favorite player. Oh. Ugh. Siegler is a ton of fun to watch at second base. I will say that. Despite everything, he's a ton of fun to watch at second base. Also, is that a 5-game win streak or a hit streak for Durbin, or a 6-game? Let me see this here. Or did he not get a hit yesterday? I thought he... No. He had a home run yesterday. What am I talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this 7 games? All right, Derb. Let me see here. Wait. Where am I? Oh, no. He didn't have a hit against the Yankees. Damn. Hate to see it happen. Oh, no. He did. What am I talking about? 3, 4, 5. He's on a 5-game hit streak, 6-game hit streak now, and now his hits in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 of his 13 games. Last 13, I should say. Yeah, I think Cavalli probably should have been ejected too. Sucks. The worst part about this chat is we are back under 500 after tonight. We were 500 on the live streams, which was impressive considering the Red Sox record, but we... Yankees suck. Being down 8-1 to the Nationals doesn't feel right. Although the Yankees are getting absolutely bonkered right now, aren't they? Dude, what? That was out? Okay, whatever. You're winning 8-1. You're not challenging that, probably, right? All right, Red Sox, little 7-run, 9th inning. Thoughts? Thoughts, chat? Sorry, chat. I'm trying to see if there's anything in terms of like more on the Wilson Contraras stuff. Left elbow discomfort for Conley early is horrible. I highly doubt that Narvaez's double play killed our chances of anything. Oh, yeah, no. They probably aren't winning this game. But 7-run 8th inning. 7-run 9th inning, chat. Thoughts? Yankees have lost 6 straight. That feels good. But nothing more. I don't see anything more. I was hoping there'd be more discourse, but Dude, the Yankees lost 9-3. Oh my God. Pedro Martinez is constantly just glazing every pitcher. It's so funny. Man. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Contraras also does that. Is Early getting hurt in a fight? No. Early didn't get hurt in the fight. I don't know why people think that. Early didn't get hurt in the fight. Will I do a post on... Yeah, I'll do a post on Early probably regardless. At least Romy got a hit in 2026. True. Or little wins, chat. Little wins. A little bit more explicit Red Sox Yankees chain going on here, chat. Yeah, Romy's hit was 106.4 miles an hour. So not just Romy getting a hit. It wasn't just a hit, right? He smoked the baseball. So we'll take that. Steven. Early did not get hurt in a fight. He was hurt on the mound. He got hurt on the mound. It had nothing to do with the fight. Man, the Nationals don't think that Cavalli did anything wrong. Oh, I thought Don somehow figured out a way to challenge another pitch. I was like, how is this possible? Savali had a 369 going in tonight. Wow. Really? Savali was having a good year. Huh. No, dude, he had a 4 ERA coming in tonight. He was a league average pitcher coming in tonight. He has been pretty solid lately, though. Oh no, he got taken out early. What is going on with the Nationals pitching structure? Whatever. You were shocked to see Romy in the lineup today? Why? He was off yesterday. They're gonna do it like every other day. Oh, kind of just waiting for the game to end. Hell yeah, we got another out, chat. We got another out. Sell the team chants are back. There we go. Game over, chat. Merciful end to what was a legitimately horrible way for the Red Sox to end their winning streak. Not just because of the score, but because of everything that happened in that game. It was tough. It was tough to watch. So, you know what? I appreciate y'all being here. Especially if you made it to the end. But thank you all very much for hanging in there at all throughout this game. I appreciate you all. Yeah, we'll be talking tomorrow about this one. We got a lot to talk about. Here. So we'll definitely cover it. Thank you all to the new members, old members. I appreciate it. Thank you all very much for being here tonight, and I will see you all in the